Hello and welcome back to Planet Nibiru. This week we've got more pictures and video from around the globe. We're beginning to see things much more clearly from the northern hemisphere nowadays. We can see clearly there's planets or moons that people are capturing on film. That, coupled with the fact that the weather has continued to get more and more out of control, we've seen the return of the hurricanes to the United States after an absence of 11 years, which is very abnormal. Usually we'll get at least one somewhat major, maybe a category 2 at least, hurricane per year. Although recently, the past 11 years, we've had an absence of any landfall of a hurricane, which is very, very strange for the United States. We have seen in the past couple weeks the two earthquakes, that one in Italy, that was a rather large quake, definitely killed a lot of people, definitely caused a lot of damage, and then a fairly big one in Oklahoma. It was a 5.4, which for Oklahoma is really big, but obviously for some place like California would be kind of a middle ground or a medium-sized earthquake. So we've seen that the Oklahoma earthquake caused a lot of damage as well. So we have continued to see these things happening. Right before the earthquake in Italy, there was a large coronal mass ejection from the sun, which led many people to believe and even predict that there would be a major earthquake in the next few days, and lo and behold, there was. One of the folks who did actually predict that was BP Earthwatch. If you have not had a chance to get over there and watch his channel, I would highly recommend that you do. He does a lot of in-depth study on the sun, the magnetosphere, how the sun interacts with the earth. So when we do have things like coronal mass ejections, or solar flares, or some people call them sunspots, when these things happen, how they interact and how they affect the Earth's weather, how they affect earthquakes and things like that on our planet. Solar weather is a very important driver in our weather here terrestrially on Earth. The things that happen in space affect what goes on our planet. And recently, the science has become more and more exact in the ways that people are predicting and showing the correlations between space weather and Earth weather. So as that science progresses, we learn more and more every day. Obviously, the folks at NASA and the other space agencies have come out now, and we know that there is a 10th planet out there. It is no longer conjecture. We do still not know exactly where it is. We are still trying to figure out exactly where it is and plot its path through the solar system, plot its orbit. Once we have its orbit plotted, then we will know how often, if it ever comes within the inner planetary, within the inner solar system at all. If it does, a planet of that size and that magnitude does come within the, say, inner 5 planets, it would definitely cause major havoc on these planets. Obviously, we are the 3rd planet, and even if it was on the opposite side of the sun while we were even if its orbital path brought it into the inner solar system while we were on the opposite side of the sun, it would still have major impacts on our planet. Obviously, the impacts would be much greater if it were to be on the same side of the sun as us when it was passing through the solar system, the inner solar system. So if it were to pass through the inner solar system at the same time as planet Earth, there would be not only major electromagnetic interference, there would be major gravitational pulls causing severe earthquakes, severe volcanism, severe electrical storms. And because of the nature of this 10th planet, it is so large that its gravitational pull and its electromagnetic pull, it will be pulling behind it a lot of debris. It may even be pulling moons that we could possibly collide with, or that our moon could collide with, or other planets could collide with, which would be terrible. But it is certainly pulling a lot of debris behind it, space debris, and by that I mean asteroids, comets, little rocks that float around in space. They don't have to be very big. Anything from, say, the size of a golf ball up to the size of a mountain would be this space debris that is being pulled behind this planet. Don't forget that the estimated size for Planet X or Planet Nibiru is about 7 to 10 times the size of planet Earth. So that means that it is a massive planet, and that its gravitational pull and its electromagnetic pull is many times the size or the amount of planet Earth's. So with that being said, I leave that to you for this week to connect the dots. Recently, we have been doing a lot of videos on the Mandela effect and doing some studying on that because I do believe that the quantum physics involved in the Mandela effect could be part and parcel to planet Nibiru. Maybe we've done something to get out of its way. Maybe we're still trying to do things to mitigate the effects of its passage. So we're still kind of trying to figure that out. And that community is an excellent community. There's a lot of very smart people in the Mandela effect community, and we are trying to figure out exactly what's going on with the Mandela effect. Hopefully that will shed some light on what's going on with Planet X or Planet Nibiru. But that's all for this week, and if you have any videos, any pictures, any questions at all, definitely hit me up in the comments below. I try to answer all questions and comments as much as I can. If you have anything you'd like to post or be featured in a video, definitely send it to me. Hit me up in the comments below, and I'll get you an email address or a Dropbox account to send that to, and we will definitely feature it here on the program. So until next week, this has been Planet Nibiru, and we'll talk to you soon.